Welcome to the Samjam Escapism Club. If you're new here, this is a series where I talk about books, movies, shows that I used to run from the horrendous clutches of reality. And God knows the past few months needed that. I have a great roundup of one show and 3 movies. Let's get into it. Starting off strong, Tourist Family has the premise of a family from Sri Lanka that escaped to get away from the economic crisis, and they integrate into this new place and how that goes. Overall, I'd rate this movie a solid 6. It's become one of my favorite Tamil movies I've seen in a long time, and I'll tell you why. 1, it's humorous without being annoying. 2, both the Sasikumar and Simran pairing and the elder couple on screen felt so sweet. Their marriages truly felt like a partnership based on respect and adoration. Especially in a culture that is ridden with I hate my wife jokes, and an industry that is so rooted in hating on women, this felt refreshing. Overall, it was a wholesome entertainer that shows so perfectly what it means to be human. It almost reminded me of Abhyum Nanum, which in my head has always been unparalleled. So yeah, worth a watch. Also, this child actor needs to get an Oscar or an Emmy immediately. Next, Severance is a psychological sci-fi thriller where severance refers to a fictional medical procedure that splits the memories of your work life and personal life. In theory, this creates 2 completely separate personalities in one person. Think Onion, but like corporate setup. There's so much to dissect and discuss about the show that Reddit eats at. I'll just mention a few concepts that stood out to me and see if it's something that speaks to you. First, love as the greatest motivator, superfeeding fear. Women in science, technology, engineering, and medicine, and these women being in power. Especially because generally, historically, in the sci-fi world, it's not the women being inventors or creators, or even, let's say, women in power, right? To show them in kind of a morally ambiguous light, it makes me so happy to watch it. Another thing is consent and bodily autonomy in a really weird sense. I mean, if you watch the show, Dylan in season 2 is literally just Rab ne bana di jodi. And yeah, cultish nature of power distribution in modern corporations. It sounds pretentious, but go watch it. It's so fun to analyze. Okay, my overall rating is 4.2. It's one of the shows where you can rewind, rewatch, and catch some new aspect. However, it does lack consistency over episodes because they have different directors. But if you like psychological thrillers, please get an Apple TV trial thing and binge it. It's so bingeable and fun and disturbing. Next is Persuasion. I have so much to say. This is a loose adaptation of the Jane Austen novel, and as far as I understand, the internet really hates this movie. But I loved it. I loved it so much so that I've almost watched it thrice now. Crazy, I'll tell you. So, when the trailer came out with this dialogue in it, now we're worse than exes, we're friends. Yeesh, I know. The comment sections were filled with furious fans. They were like, how could you derogate the source material? Austen would be rolling in her grave. Yeah, fair. Look, I haven't read the book, but here's my take on any adaptation. It shouldn't be viewed as a product of an existing material. At least if you want to enjoy it, it's best to take it as its own work of art. And if you can't detach the stories, at least grace people with the liberty of creative will. How many times will we see the same thing over and over on screen? This sort of backlash makes me really sad. It feels like it discourages artists. Now, for example, reading Hamlet by Shakespeare was a bit tiresome for me, but I loved Andrew Scott's modern version where he straight up pulls out a Glock instead of a sword. Anyway, yeah, this movie is probably not for the diehard Austen or Persuasion fans. I mean, Dakota does have iPad face, I concede. But for an average rom-com enjoyer, this is like The Office as a movie. Do what you will with that information. My overall rating is 4. Okay, yeah. Next, we have Jesse Eisenberg directorial, and no, it's not the Mario Kart live action, although I cannot deny the semblance. Look at them. Dave and Benji go on a trip to Poland in memory of their late grandmother, and there's a Holocaust tour that they go in. You can watch the trailer. Honestly, gang, can I be honest with you? I have no idea how to feel about this movie. It wasn't bad.
The acting was great. I liked the frames. I understood the characters, few chuckles, smiles, and tears. Solid movie watching experience.
Beyond that, I don't know. Jesse Eisenberg was really hot. What am I supposed to say about this movie? Great reviewing on my part. So yeah, that's the end. I'll see you next month. Bye.